Untitled War here, and today we've got a saving a disaster campaign playing as Venice in Medieval 2. And typical to Medieval 2 disasters, it's a mountain of debt. Now, another thing typical of Medieval 2, it seems like the player went on a crusade to the Holy Land, sent pretty much their entire force over here, and of course, whilst on crusade, hired a ton of troops while they were free upkeep, then just didn't disband them after the crusade, and then, not being able to afford any troops at home, got conquered. This is, like, Disaster Campaign 101 right here. Anyway, so the situation is not super dire because we've got a lot of troops, but that finance stuff has to be dealt with. Now, the thing is, in, like, Total War Warhammer, if you run out of money, you just start taking attrition, and then you got to solve that money problem right away. But in Medieval 2, the game doesn't hold your hand as much. And if you run out of money, it just says, okay, that's okay, just pay it back later. And some players, they go like, oh, okay, I don't have to pay it back right away, I'll just keep playing. And then, 10 turns later, oh, I haven't paid off my debt yet. Oh, I still haven't paid off my debt. And then, however long it's been, he hasn't paid off his debt, and now it's just spiraling out of control. Luckily, he doesn't have to pay interest on that debt. He just had to get the exterminator to come in and fix it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to take Cairo. We've got a decent army out here. Their army looks like it's slightly larger, but we've got cavalry superiority, so that makes a big difference. But looking at this dude here, this is a really good general. So we need to snipe him. I'll tell you what, a unit of horse archers would really come in handy here. But I can't get them. But still, we got cavalry superiority, that's all we really need.
Be ready to give all for God and kingdom men.
Now, because their general is so high quality, trying to take out any of their units is almost pointless because they're just not going to break. So we sort of have to snipe him before engaging any of them in melee. So these guys here, what we want to do is just stay out of the fight. Try to lure the general away from the other fight.
The battle seems to be swinging. The enemy general lies dead.
And just get rid of him.
Riddance to that desert dog. Only praise the Almighty. Our
Another thing
enemy
is,
has lost his stomach to fight. We must push.
I've always found that the Islamic generals are a lot higher quality than, well, not a lot, but a bit higher quality than the Christian ones, at least at this stage of the game. And depending on what the difficulty is on, going into a straight one-on-one fight just looking at the numbers might be a bad idea. Alright, so keep them away. And the cavalry, what we need is one of them to lure him away. Mailed knights are considerably faster than General's bodyguard. Now, there's no missile units in their army, so we can get as close as we like. And what we want to do is get him to chase us. Maybe if we can get him tired, that would be good. And if we could get the missile units, our missile units, to shoot at him a little bit, that'd be good. Because just going into straight up melee, cavalry versus cavalry, it's not the smartest way to go about it. The best way would be is if we kill him without really taking any casualties. Charging into his rear isn't... Hang on, that might actually do a bit of damage. It has to just cycle charge. Alright, we didn't lose anyone, but we killed one of him, so... And maybe he took some hit point damage, so that's something. But we haven't got his attention yet, and that's what I want. I want his bloody attention. Okay, did a little bit of damage to him. We're walking out of that one. Yep, no damage to us. Oh, a little bit. That's okay. Do we have his attention yet? Doesn't seem like it. Because, yeah, such a high quality general, these guys here just aren't going to break. And in Medieval 2, it's all about which army will break first. And because our general is just crap, Doesn't matter how much chivalry he has, that doesn't really matter too much. It's still about the command points. Our army will fail against his. Unless he dies. If he dies, all of that bonus morale that they get, that'll all disappear. So we recharge him, and it does virtually no damage. He turns around and just looks at us, and our units just fucking die. Like I said, high quality units here, but we just need to make sure that our cavalry don't engage their infantry. The captain himself doesn't matter at all. Yeah, we're doing hit point damage to him. That's another thing as well. Sometimes it looks like you charge and you just do no damage. But, see, that one did really well, thanks to the previous charge. We're just only doing 1 hit point damage per charge. Now that we've done a significant amount of damage to him, we can afford to go into melee with him. But there's still too many of these guys around here. I just want to avoid a prolonged fight. Keep cycle charging. Because it's actually working. No. When they trip over their own feet like this, which happens in Medieval 2, just reform. Try again. Fucking hell. Just charge on in. There's some Saracen militia there. I don't know if it's a good idea, but the thing is, the general himself is just right in here. And that's the only one we have to kill. We don't have to kill the entire bodyguard. So, surround him and kill him. He's pulling out. Pull back.
Praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Okay, so he's down to 15 men, so that's good. But if, like I said, if they get over here, our guys aren't going to hold for very long. We've got to take him out before the fight begins. You charge him. He's got to be low on health after all that. Another rear charge, another few of his bodyguard go down. Only a few of them left. Move further back over here. Like I said, we just got to delay that as long as possible. Because once he's dead, this is all just going to completely collapse. Killing the enemy general in Medieval 2 is basically GG. He's surrounded again, but these Saracens...
Our men have slain
cool.
the Saracen
That is a
general.
win for us now.
Now
we can engage the rest of his army.
Back to the desert.
No
It is
problem.
unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
All we need is one unit to break and it will start a chain reaction and the rest of them will completely collapse. There we go. And the collapse begins. Even these high-quality Saracen militia are wavering. It also helps to have a little bit of dread. This is why I always say dread is way better than chivalry in this. You don't need your units to stay in line. You just need to terrify the enemy.
They have lost half their men.
The last thing you want to be doing is fighting them to the death. It's just the worst way to win. don't need to keep firing now. Percentage of allies lost, 5%. That's what it's all about. Just don't take many casualties. Now, you might think, oh, but the more casualties you take, the less you have to pay for the troops. Which is true. But at the same time, we can't get any new troops for a long time. So we might as well try to conquer as much ground as possible. And make money that way. Because troops in Medieval 2, they're not really that expensive. Alright, it's just a tidy up job now. 85% should have been long since achieved.
All of Christendom will be all.
Which means Cairo is ours. Now, our guy does have a lot of chivalry, so executing them is dishonorable. We could go with ransom, so that he doesn't possibly lose chivalry, but we absolutely need that stuff. Another thing is that the guy is 59 years old, so who fucking cares what his legacy is going to be? He's old.
A most honorable victory, Your Majesty.
Okay, now how many troops do we need to send back?
Orders. Onward.
To maintain public order.
Yes.
Is that free upkeep? Yep, okay, cool.
Orders. Yes, my lord.
He may have occupied it when he came here as well, not sacked it.
Orders.
Bloody chivalrous people. Run themselves into debt. You sack the city. Okay, there we go, and that's quite a lot of the debt sorted, and quite a bit of money income coming through here. So if we have a look at the numbers here, we're actually only losing about 20 gold per turn. So you just look at this number, and then this one, you can see that we're still losing. It's not even 20, yeah. So you just ban one unit, and we'll start actually making a profit per turn just on our taxes. But we're not done there yet. Coming down here, it does look like... Hang on. No, Dongola is actually owned by Hungary for some reason. That's weird. How did they end up down there? Okay, doesn't matter as long as Egypt's not down there, because we don't have any other enemies. So next stop is Jerusalem. So yeah, just enough to keep that under control. How's the religious stuff there? Okay, it's mostly Catholic, that's good. Just thinking, should we send another... I mean, it'll probably have free upkeep, so...
Yes, my lord.
Because we'll get 4, right? Yeah.
Your Majesty. Yes.
And a bit of extra free upkeep here.
Your orders, number one. Orders.
So he's not going to live for much longer. Taxes. Yeah, just for this turn, jack up them taxes. But also, you kind of want to stop the population growth from getting... Oh, so you bought priests. It's already... Well, that's good. You laid the foundation work for me.
I deal with matters of speed.
Well, actually, it was the Hungarians that did it. Alright. So we've got... Oh, wow, that's a lot. Nice. What the hell's this? Get that shit out of here. Don't want it slowing me down. Alright, they must have only just captured this.
Name thy enemy, Lord. Yes. Your Majesty.
Do you have any agents?
My lord.
Alright, I feel like I'm going to need you more over here. Because there'll be a more Islamic influence here. And with the population going down, the squalor problem is going to go down as well. So that's going to be fine. As for the ships... How much are they costing us? That's costing us 600 a turn. I'm just wondering, do we need them? I mean, it wouldn't be bad to stop off by Cyprus and check out the sites and kill them.
Your orders?
Take their lands. But if we're going to do that, we'll be doing it after we've captured this area here, so let's just focus on that first. Now, he's out of movement. Yep, we'll clear out all these guys. Last thing we want to do is have these guys recapture themselves, because we want to leave minimal garrison, and we just push up into Jerusalem here. Moving on. Hopefully it's a nice, developed city, so that we can make a good amount of money from plundering it. Unless that army is full of horse archers, it doesn't stand a chance against
The
us.
enemy lays siege, my lord, but God is with us.
Blockade the port of Ragusa. How much are you going to give us? Nah, don't worry about it. Too far to go just to do that. Wait, how much time did he give us? 10 turns. You know what?
Yes, my lord.
Why not? I'll just send one ship.
Orders?
How long do I have to blockade it
Leaving
for?
the rest of the fleet, my
One
lord.
turn. Who knows? It might actually
As far
give
as we
me
go today, my lord.
something useful. Since we can't recruit any more units. At least for now. Alright, so looking at the financial situation again. Yeah, we are actually making a slight profit per turn now. That's good. Alright.
Your orders, noble one. Yes. Orders.
So we take our entire army.
Majesty. Yes. Orders. Yes. Onward.
Okay, okay. Well, we can drop the taxes there.
Yes.
Right.
Your majesty.
Okay, cool. That way we just leave the free upkeep dude there.
Our troops together. Your orders.
So that way, these two settlements here, just not costing us anything, and we can actually even increase the taxes here. How old's
Your
that
orders,
cardinal?
noble one.
54. He's not going to live that much longer, but that's okay.
Your orders, noble one.
I will not waste words on you, infidel.
Your orders, noble one. Yes. Command me.
Okay.
Your orders, noble one.
Just tidy that up a little bit. Okay, this is where all your money's been sunk into. Friggin' mercenaries.
Your orders, noble.
Sibni Lawadi.
Okay, do have some horse archers. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a huge issue, though. And it looks like we might actually be able to do a draw out in Jerusalem, but I'll need to get
Your orders, noble
better
one.
intel in the area. Yeah, it's a bit weird seeing them besiege the settlement. I wouldn't have thought they stood a chance.
We shall claim victory in God's name, men. To battle. Units, await my orders.
Yeah, the only real concern here are the horse archers, but they don't have enough ammunition to kill all the general's bodyguards, so let's just not focus on them. Or maybe we should focus on them. Because they're not super fast, those Memluk archers. If I try a bulldozer line, which is to say you can have one of them charge at them and the other ones just try to like run ahead of them, we might actually be able to catch them. Or they don't even try to skirmish properly anyway.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Okay, well that's good. Let's see here. A lot of missile units in their army. Yeah, this is going really well.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset,
Should we
but
cut them off
our
over here?
men are winning the battle and forging
this?
a worthy victory.
Noble
The enemy
death.
general has no honor.
is-
He flees the field of battle.
What happened
at the
here?
vantage
Oh yeah,
of his
Saracen
men.
militia probably did it. That guy must have been really squishy. Oh well, those things happen. To have a general die that early, that really stings. But you know, that's what our army's made of. I need to find out which one it was. Okay, it's not the main general. It's not him. It's not him. It's this one. Okay, so what I mean for that one is, since this unit here is dead anyway, then we'll just send him to his they can be sacrificed. So that we don't have to risk the other generals.
It is
Right now.
unwise to praise
So
the
he's
day
likely
before
not enough to
sunset,
take them all out, but
our
it just
men are
gives us a
winning
good
the
start.
battle and forging a worthy victory.
Oh, what the hell happened there? I didn't touch the side of the map. What the fuck happened with that? No harm done, I think.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our
Now,
men
in
are
the
winning the
Turkish
battle
one,
and
there was a point where it was
forging a
paused in the
worthy
game.
victory.
Let me just say something. Yeah, see, when it was paused, I didn't know it was paused because it didn't have this on there. I wonder if I had just pressed P, would it have fixed things? Hard to say because it didn't do that.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half
See if we
their
can
men.
take him out without risking any more of our generals. That was a shit charge. They tripped over their own feet.
Praise the Almighty. Our
Just hopefully we got to
enemy has lost his
85%.
stomach to fight.
A shame to
We
lose the
must push
dude,
our
but
advantage.
you know,
This
when
is
you
a
look at
clear-
things, getting new generals is not that difficult. He wasn't anyone particularly important. Like I don't think that was the crown prince or anything like that, or the doge.
No!
Yeah, it was just some dude. So not great, but they lost more than we did. Okay, now in this situation here, we don't really need to be focusing on killing them. By the way, can we get another crusade in over here, please? Why didn't I do that from the start?
Your orders, noble
Hell
one.
yeah, I want a crusade.
Who do I face?
I'm not used to being able to go to the Pope and be like, hey, can I get a crusade? And the Pope be like, yeah, alright, have a crusade. Okay, now here's what we do. We don't take Jerusalem. Okay? I probably should have actually called a crusade somewhere else. We can't, well, we could possibly do a draw-out battle, but that's not what we want to do right here. What we want to do is have this crusade last as long as possible, because our money, hang on, it hasn't recalculated yet. Let me just do this, it should recalculate it. Yeah, that saved us 4.5 grand, more or less. So that's going to help us stay out of debt. But more importantly, and I do mean more importantly, it's going to give us double movement range. So we'll be able to get a lot further around. Now, I don't know how many settlements the other guys have. Oh, if we had kept him alive, we would have been able to just go on crusade.
Let me strike, my lord.
Okay, that's not that big of a deal. Let me just get over to
Yes, command me.
here,
The boats at once.
then land here.
Off the boat at once. Name thy... Yes, my lord. Yes?
Okay, not all of them need to show up, so if we just left, if I take them in here, oh, hang on,
Name
we got
thy
3
enemy,
extra places for us. Well, what we could do instead is just give them a few extra. No, I don't want to do that.
lord. Command me.
How are we gonna do this? Okay, we don't need this unit here. It's got 5. They'll give us 4 places. This one here is gonna go 13. Okay, so let's put in
Name thy
these.
enemy, lord. March. Bringing our troops together.
Okay. Big fuck off army there. Lots of generals in them.
Command me.
Public order
Let
maintains
me
over
strike,
here.
my lord. Your orders?
Okay.
Course now, my lord.
So it's not so much for this turn, but just planning out next turn. There's... I did say maybe hop over to Nicosia, didn't I? This army here is not in great shape, and if I had done this at the beginning of the turn, we would have actually reached these guys.
Of course, my lord. We shall continue at first light. Who do I face?
Okay. But yeah, we don't want to take Jerusalem right away. Let's move on. Looks like they're leaving it completely open for a draw out. Now what we could do is wipe... Oh no, they've left it unopened. Looks like they're going for Acre instead. Hopefully they've left it open for a draw out fight, because that way we get momentum. Everybody's coming to Jerusalem. Jerusalem's going to also help us with public order by capturing that.
Your orders,
This guy here's not going to live for much longer, so one of the generals from here needs to stay behind and command this army, because at 60 he reaches old age, which means he could die literally at any turn now. So yeah, being on crusade is certainly helping our finances. Going to war with the Byzantines I don't think matters too much. Let me just have a look at the strength ranking and see how we're doing compared to Egypt. So territorially, they have 6 regions. It looks like it went up despite the fact that we took Cairo. Unless it was like here and then went down. So they've captured a region recently. We can see that they're actually at Baghdad. So they must own most of the regions in here. They must own Acre. Alright, go out. Sorry, we're going to leave someone behind. Someone young. Hopefully the guy that died in the previous battle wasn't the youngest. Yeah, Dread Dude. Yeah, you're in command.
Yes, marching. Let me strike, my lord. Boarding now, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
And we sail up the coast here.
Plotting course now, my lord.
Ah, very nice. Very, very nice.
Ibn al-Awadi, infidel.
Full sails.
Command me, your majesty.
That one there. Hang on. There's a good chance if we do that, they actually will run away. Let me just see. One of these guys has night battles, right? No. Because it might be a better idea first. Hang on, how many... Might be a better idea first to clear these two out of the way.
Let me strike, my lord.
Shit. Because if I bring too much, then... Alright, here's another way of dealing with it. We split our fleet up into 2 groups.
Yes. Your orders?
See, I need to know exactly how much we're going to be
I
up
will not
against.
waste words on you, infidel. Yallah, my sultan wishes you dead. I will not waste words on you, infidel.
It's all just very clumped up. I can't rotate the camera around.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, leave behind
Your majesty.
all the infantry, because we're not going to use it.
Yes. Move on. Yes.
And we just take the cavalry,
My face.
Yes.
and we strike at that one. Okay. Because if we had brought the infantry, then they would have just run away. Okay. That's actually a problem, because there's Mamluk archers. Even if we wiped out all the ballista, that's still half of that. We have to kill that unit. That's going to be difficult to catch. That one's not too difficult. Yeah, that's not too difficult. Alright. So, really need to have a big rush there to figure that one out. There is a decent chance of this not working. But then we'll just lay siege and it'll be fine. And only the cavalry is going to be allowed to escape anyway. Now, like I said before, Mamluk archers are not the fastest, and we only need to kill 70% of that unit.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to
Since
make up in
it's
numbers what
so
they
70% of
lack
it
in bravery.
is, well, 30% of that unit is technically 15% of the entire army, which we can allow to escape. So what is that though? 70% of 80. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head what it is. Like 10? 10 of them? That's 1/10. Sorry, 1/8. Yeah, we'll try and let no more than say 15 get away. Ideally, let's let 0% of them get away. How about that? That's easy maths. All dead. No problem. Oh no you don't. No you don't. Don't you? No. That's a no.
Coward he is. Press onward and break
That's
the
it.
spirit
Fight
of
to the
his
death.
army.
Fight to the death.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. Glorious heaven above.
30% of like 80
Our
is going to
men
be
have
closer
captured
to
the
20
enemy
of them.
Praise the Almighty.
Doesn't matter because we
Our
got them all.
enemy has lost
So
the start
0%
to
of them got
fight.
away.
We must push our advantage.
So, yeah, okay. It was good to know what the maths would have been, but ultimately 0% of them got away, so it doesn't matter. They're all gone. Alright, now the next thing we need to really focus on is the General's Bodyguard. After we've done that, the next part's easy. Just make sure you fight together. Try to get them surrounded. And another good thing is that because they start off all separated, we're just fighting essentially 3 small-scale battles at once. Or more like one after another, not all at once. And the Frankish Knights can't really be replaced because we don't have any money. But also at the same time, they're kind of expensive, so I'm not really too fussed if they get wiped out. There's no way we're not going to take some damage fighting the General's Bodyguard here. But we're not properly surrounding them there. Yeah, they're fully surrounded.
Men are winning. The enemy are badly blooded.
He should fight to the death when he breaks.
Half their men.
Good.
The Lord above. The enemy flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
Alright, 2 down. Very nice. Now, this is the easy part now, because there's only 1 unit of cavalry, and they could all run away, and it doesn't matter, as long as we kill them. However, we do need to try to kill the captain, because there are, I think, Saracen militia here, and, you know, they're kind of good against cavalry. Plus, we've now sort of... No, they're only warmed up, they're not particularly tired. Let's not give them a chance to set up. Charging in head first here, not a good idea, so go around. Back off a little bit. So far, it's going okay.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Come on, you unresponsive shits, move it. Don't want any generals dying on this battle. Except for theirs.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
Good, cause the mass rout. Good. So 1 man escapes to tell about the horrors that they faced at the Venetian cavalry surprise attack.
Run down those worthless peasants! All of Christendom will be awed
Alright,
by
that
the
is certainly okay under our control.
We show little mercy. They deserve none.
Yalla, my Sultan wishes you dead.
Command me.
Okay, how many generals do we have? We've got 6, don't we? With 3 regions. I'm just wondering if we can get a man of the hour. It's probably not at this stage.
I will not waste words.
I don't know if we should leave these ballista here,
Sibni Lawadi,
but I also don't particularly want to backtrack.
Your orders?
And I don't want these guys to backtrack either, because we could make it a little bit further. These guys here are kind of in the way, and I don't really want to declare war on the Turks. How strong are the Turks by comparison? I feel like they haven't done that well in this campaign. No, they're doing alright. So their overall ranking, they're now surpassing the Egyptians. How are they going territorially? About the same.
Command me. We march on our victims. Victory.
Okay.
We march.
Don't know why our relations with the Byzantine went to abysmal,
Victory.
but it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Alright.
Orders. Yes. Onward. Yes, my lord. Combining the fleets.
So they are at Antioch, but I think I'll stop off at Cyprus first, and then launch an attack from there to Antioch.
Who do I face?
Orders.
I'm going to leave behind just a small force here, mercenary spearmen, just because they're damaged units, and no one's going to get free upkeeps, it doesn't really matter. Now here's the thing. I don't 100% have this confirmed, but I'm pretty sure the way it works is that if you want a unit to stay behind here and come off the crusade, the way you have to do it is you have to have the general and the army inside the city and then leave the unit behind. You can't send the unit back to the city. So next turn, this guy here should just come off the crusade, because technically the game recognizes that this guy was left behind as garrison. Because otherwise, you know, we'll have to leave behind a general, and I don't think we need to do that. So let's go now have a surprise attack on the Byzantines, which is pretty much the Venetian MO. It's like,
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Yes.
yeah, so the Byzantine, the Venetians have attacked us. Oh, what else is bloody new? At least they're not attacking Constantinople this time.
Men, we march. My lord.
That'll teach you for not liking us. I declare war. I'm Total War Attila AI. Although Total War Attila AI will declare war on you even if they like you. This guy might get sunk, because they're going a fair bit past the Byzantine. Oh, they wanted us to blockade a port in the first place to declare war on them, so yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll capture this, no problem. I think. What's in there? Oh, we don't know. There's only 3 units, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Your orders, noble one.
And then this guy needs to clean up here and prepare eventually for an invasion of Jerusalem. Now, you could come down here to Jeddah, but Jeddah is shit. So,
Your orders, noble one.
don't prioritize attacking Jeddah at this stage.
God will be with us, men.
Yalla, my Sultan wishes you dead.
Yeah, finish the job.
With God's blessing and yours, we march to battle.
Gotta finish the job. Clean up the area. Because these guys could form up a small force and capture one of the poorly defended settlements. I've always found that leaving just tiny garrisons but having strong mobile armies is the best way to defend your territories. So yeah, merging our cavalry, it ended up only becoming 2 units instead of 4, but it's okay. So what's left of our forces here. Mamluks. See, another problem with this, if they get away, then this whole army is not going to get wiped out. There wasn't enough infantry for this one to... I'll tell you what we'll do. Go into a skirmish with him. That'd be the best way to wipe him out.
If we remain true and wholehearted.
So take out all the infantry, and then just stop for a moment. Come out front, and you can have a bit of a skirmish with the Mamluks. If they don't want to fight in melee, that's fine. We've got missile superiority.
The enemy are badly blooded.
Just make sure all of their infantry dies, and then stand behind the archers.
The enemy flees the battle.
Alright, I'd say that's
Run
wiped out.
down those worthless peasants. All of Christendom.
So much for your legacy of chivalry.
Has granted his faithful this
Gotta get done.
victory. Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble
So,
one.
the Pope is liking what we're doing a little bit.
Your orders.
Sibni Lawadi, infidel.
God will be with us, men. To battle.
Okay,
A most
easy
honorable
win
victory,
here.
my noble lord. With God's blessing and yours.
So then he'll meet up with the other army, and that other general should take over because his command points are better. And we'll just hang around the Jerusalem area, just because we might see a good opportunity to take it. We don't have to let the crusade go on for 10 turns, but don't just take one settlement with the crusade, because you only get a crusade once every 10 turns. You know, after the crusade's ended. Make the most out of it. You know, free armies, double campaign movement range. Take everything you can, and then take their goal city. Yeah, that high ground there really helped them on that one and only shot that they were going to get.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
And being really close to the edge of the map.
Only half the enemy force.
Are we going to be
remain.
able to
Our
actually
men
kill
have
85% of
slain
them?
The Saracen general. Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must
Looks
push
like
our advantage. This is a clear.
Alright, so that's the cleanup job done. No more Egyptians in Egypt.
God has granted his faithful this victory. Your orders, name thy enemy, Lord. Yes, Lord, creating a huge fighting force.
Just to make sure nobody
Strike,
defects.
my lord.
Do that. Alright, that's looking good.
Who do I face?
Let's move on. So we've dropped the debt down from 170,000 down to 146. Still pretty severe. Now 139. Making decent coin per turn now, 6,600. This is another reason why we got to keep the crusade going.
Name thy enemy, Lord. Let me strike, my lord.
Don't worry too much about whatever traits are gained and lost. You got to just make sure we don't lose
Name
men
thy
to
enemy, Lord.
being defected. It's a bit weird, the crusade mechanic is. Yeah, we could do a draw out battle here. Just not sure if I actually want to capture it right now. But what we could do is come over here, wipe them out, and that just ensures that their forces get killed. So that if we want to come back here in a couple of turns, there's just nothing waiting for us there.
Who do I face?
But let's capture Nicosia
Send
first.
them to hell or worse. March!
I'm going to auto-resolve it. Good, barely lost anything.
We tore them apart, my lord. Victory! We have crushed them. This place
Okay.
is yours, my lord.
Looking good for money.
Yes.
Next stop, Antioch. Oh wow, look at this. So looking at that, yeah, that dude's okay, but public order, it's 70% okay. Maybe we will need to take Jerusalem sooner rather than later.
Let me strike.
Maybe leaving somebody behind here to govern. I'd rather not. Castles are usually pretty easy to keep under control. It's a citadel.
Who do I face?
No one here has got any particular good traits.
Command me.
Alright, I'll leave behind a unit of armored sergeants. Okay, 95%, that's fine.
Let me strike, my lord.
That's already going to be at 100% orthodox, so all these priests here aren't going to do anything.
Yes, my lord.
And they'll eventually die off.
Plotting course now, my lord. Full sails.
Now the big problem here is that we can't see what's going on.
Full sail.
Moving ashore, my lord. Name thy enemy, lord.
But it's not well defended. But the thing is, I can't see what else is out there. But still, it's a minor city. Let's besiege it.
We march on our victims.
They might say, oh yeah, see this is what I was concerned about, that they might have an army behind here. But I think we've got a good chance of defending against that.
I respect you in... Yes. Yes, my lord.
We're probably going to get sunk along the way. It's fine if we do.
Who do I face?
Yeah, capturing Jerusalem does have a lot of benefits. Because our army upkeep is pretty minimal at the moment. Capturing the city would be good for money as well, not to mention public order. We'd be able to tax all the other regions. We just got to decide whether or not we want to keep the crusade going another turn.
Yalla, my sultan wishes you dead.
I don't think I need to. Alright, we'll end the crusade now. If this works. Hang on, we just need to make sure that we don't send too much here. Alright, I'm not going to bring the melee infantry.
Your Majesty. Orders. Yes, my lord.
Let me strike, my lord. My lord, should we spare any of them?
Okay,
We shall
so
set
the odds
them
are a little bit
on
against us, but that's
worse.
okay, because that'll be easy to get rid of. And yeah, this is why I didn't want to bring the melee infantry, because you're going to have to get into a skirmish with the Mamluk archers. That one there is going to be a little bit challenging, but I think we'll manage okay. It's totally okay if this guy here dies, he's old age anyway.
Waste no time sparing enemies this
So,
day, man.
if this works out, we don't have to capture it this turn. They might send some forces back there. But like I said, if I capture it now, it could start making us some money. Which might end up paying for the troops that we've got. Alright, so it's not favourable ground down on the low ground. Keep them out of the fight for the time being. Just stay back here. Enemy reinforcements will come from here.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
So, since they're coming from there, maybe get set up over here with the archers. But they need a good line of sight. So maybe about... yeah, that looks like a good spot. Okay. So it was a ballista and Saracen militia. Okay, shouldn't be a problem. And I believe this guy here has actually got some dread. So it's going to be easier for us to break them. Okay, let this guy be a bit of the tank, because, like I said, he's going to die soon anyway. Doesn't mean we have to sacrifice him, it just means his value to our army is less than him. Come on, move it.
The enemy, praise the
There we go.
Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage. Only half the enemy force remains. The Lord above is kind. We have captured the enemy's general. That will teach the cowardly dog to run. Now he can rest at our leisure.
Okay, where are they likely to come up from? Okay, yeah. Yeah, get started shooting. If we can clear out the Mamluk archers early, that would be good. Meanwhile, these guys have just a little bit of a rest. Okay, just stay put. Haven't started shooting yet. It's kind of weird, like they think they're in range, but then they're not actually. So it's kind of a bug. Because the extra height does actually give extra range, but they also overestimate how much range they get. So it can be a little bit deceptive. Okay, just leave them be. Saracen militia coming up here. Send the 2 mailed knights around here. Because while they're climbing up the hill, they're going to be getting pretty tired. About to break anyway. Those Mamluks are getting absolutely crushed. Crushed is the wrong word. Shredded is better, I think. Alright, you start getting into the fight with him. Like I said, it's totally okay if he dies, because he's just gonna die in the next turn or so anyway. Because that's what happens to old men. Better he dies in battle than just dies on his deathbed of fucking gonorrhea or whatever he's got. Wait, you got to... No, they're not doing anything. Should we run them down?
Only half the enemy force remains.
Wasn't there 2 Mamluk archers? Where'd the other one go? Or did we already shred it? I just wanted to turn around a little bit so that they're actually shooting into the backs of the bodyguard. It seems to actually be going okay. Like I said, our guy might end up dead, but it's totally acceptable.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of
That's
battle
actually not
and
acceptable.
abandons his
I need...
men. Glorious heaven above. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well, give the dog some wine, and be sure he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
I feel like giving him some wine would actually be like torture. You'd have to actually force feed it down his throat because he's Muslim. Very insensitive of creative assembly. To put such a line in there against Muslims. Of course, I'm just being silly. Oh shit, we only got 86%. Where the hell is the rest of their force then? If we only killed 86%... Oh shit. They didn't even come in. We can kill maybe a couple of them.
By the Lord above, Our foe has been much
That
humbled.
might disable us from being able to capture the city.
We surely done
Yeah.
they deserve none.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but, you know, we took out a lot of their force. We'll just siege it then.
Onward.
We march on our
I
victims.
was gonna say, I was like, where's the other Mamluk archer? It didn't show up in the battle. That's okay.
Command me. Who do I face?
So it looks like we're making about 8,000 a turn. Now, if I recall, the amount of money that we saved by going on Crusade is about 4,000. So, once the Crusade is over, you know, excluding the amount of income that we'll get from these two settlements, our income will go down by 4,000. So we should actually still be making about 4,000 a turn. Again, excluding this. And also excluding however much force we've lost since the Crusade started. Let's move on. So I reckon Egypt will try to stop us at Antioch, but they didn't. Okay. Now obviously we do the Antioch battle first so that those guys can get moving, and then worry about Egypt. Jerusalem.
Command me.
So yeah, 8,841 gold per turn. Still, even with that, you're looking at, I don't know, 15 turns until you're out of debt. That's with the Crusade going on.
We shall send them to hell or
Just
worse.
to resolve that.
March. Victory. They stood no chance.
So Antioch makes it's a little bit. There's no port here, so that certainly hurts it.
There will be much honor.
I feel like that army got a little bit bigger at the end turn. But there must be damaged units. Either that or lots of cavalry and artillery in there. It's possible. Oh, Antioch sucks. It's been poorly developed. Yeah, we need to capture this turn.
Let me strike, my lord.
Alright, leave behind this Italian spear militia. I don't think he'll have free upkeep here. Oh, actually, he probably will because... Yeah, Italian spear militia, yeah, he'll have free upkeep. Once we've taken Jerusalem, the public order here will be fine. We will definitely capture it this turn. But I need to defeat this army here.
Even if they do not deserve it, I will offer the infidels a fair fight.
Okay, here's the problem. Fighting them out in the hills, not ideal for mobility. Really not ideal. But at the plus side, he's not going anywhere this turn. So we don't have to do it right now. But I think waiting for better ground, or better still, get him to do it in bloody self, not have me do everything, might be a bit better. Instead, maybe we can go capture Aleppo. It's not hugely valuable, but it's something. So yeah, we could beat that there, but I feel like the ground is just not worth it. Especially given the artillery, they could hold on to some really good choke points, and it just... Like I said, they already retreated from the fight. I'm not going to pursue that. Pick our ground with care. Now, because that should be basically eliminated, it's mostly just cavalry, we should actually be able to auto-resolve this. Bit of damage, but probably would have taken about the same amount if we had fought it manually.
They deserve none. God has delivered us this victory.
Well, okay then. I just got you the fucking Holy Grail. Sort of. There's technically a there's another one called there's the Holy Chalice, and there's also the Holy Grail. So I believe the Holy Chalice, that one's actually pretty shit. But the Holy Grail is like super fucking good, and I believe it's at Aleppo. But you have to capture it. I think you have to capture it while on Crusade, and you got a 40% chance of getting it. I think that's the odds of getting it. I don't get the Holy Chalice that often, but there you go. I got you the Holy Grail there, and we finished the Crusade. And financially, we're making 6,000 a turn, but we're still not out of debt. I've cleared off 70,000 of it. This guy's still alive. And public order is going to be pretty good for a few turns. So that'll last us 6 turns, depreciating in value. But more importantly, the permanent 15%. That's really going to be coming in handy. Right, that'll come into effect as well, so that's okay. Also, the capital. We should change that over to Jerusalem. I feel like it would be a better position, both for public order and for money, because it's sort of the center of our empire. It's also, I think, our biggest city. But we wanted to see if it actually increases our income. It's negligible. Let's just see about public order. Yeah, it's totally fine. And I think it updated all the stuff out here. We could increase all the taxations. Okay, you can't stay there. Yeah, public order here should be fine thanks to the yearly races. Well, thanks to the racing grounds that are here. Master Explorers Guild, yeah, whatever. It's not that great.
Your orders, noble one.
Alright, just leave behind 1 unit of Sergeant Spearmen, and let's keep going on to Damascus.
Your orders, noble one. Yes. Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my lord. Your orders, noble one.
I will
Okay,
not waste words on
given...
you.
How many summons do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could actually start getting Man of the Hours.
Your orders? Plotting course now, my lord. Yes, my lord. Full sails. Closing to engage, my lord.
It's only a matter of time before they sink us. I'm just hoping to get that extra unit.
Let me strike.
How many victories and defeats did you have with this? You only lost 3 battles in the entire campaign. And one of them must have been 1, 2, 3. Unless you lost it to Revolt. That one looks like it was lost in Revolt. Ugh, whatever.
Your orders, noble one.
Winning every battle, but losing the campaign.
Yes.
Gotta be a bit more aggressive. Moving on. Like I said, he was going to die of old age at any moment, and he did. Unfortunately, he didn't get a chance to die gloriously in battle. It's okay. There's not a lot in here, but our army's also not looking too great. Damascus isn't super good. You got 10 turns until you're out of debt. This guy here is going to get moving next turn. Probably heading over to Antioch. But it's fine.
We march on our victims.
Just auto-resolve it.
We tore them apart, my lord. Victory! We march through your enemy's streets. Victory!
Okay, leave behind a unit of armored sergeants. Edessa.
There will be much honor in defeating you, noble infidel.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a small force.
Yes.
I was going to go stand on the river crossing here, but I can't actually reach it. It's fine.
We don't normally trade with the enemy.
They're actually making a lot of money there with their spices.
Then we can talk again.
With the merchants. But, you know, they got a monopoly in the area, and they're really high quality merchants. You have to sit there for quite some time to get that amount. And, you know, even when you add it all up, it's still a 700 turn.
Your orders, noble
Some
one.
people jizz over that kind of income. Me, I'm just like, that's pocket money. Okay, that should fall back to here, because that's 2 spaces back, and then we can draw them out.
With God's blessing and yours, we
Yeah, I know this game too well. Alright, odds are about even. So that one there shouldn't be a problem. Too much at least. This one here, yeah, the AI, they really do love to recruit their
We shall claim victory
their
in God's
ballistas
name,
and
men.
catapults and stuff, if they've got
Battle!
access to it. But we'll start wrapping things up now, because even though I haven't got him out of debt, I mean, all they have to do is press end turns a few times and he should be fine. Like, Egypt is so badly beaten back that them sending a counterattack is going to be pretty unlikely. So, at least the books are getting balanced. Alright.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack.
Now we
in
do have
weight.
cavalry superiority, but not by like huge margins anymore. Now those are Arab cavalry. They're only light cav. Alright, I'm gonna charge up the hill. But we definitely don't want to engage those Saracen militia. Allow our archers to sort that out. Just make sure they're not on skirmish mode. If we can kill the general or capture him, that'd be great.
The enemy. The battle is in our favor. The Lord
stuff.
above is kind. We have captured the enemy's general. That will teach the cowardly dog to run. Now he can rest at our leisure.
Alright, we've killed enough of their cavalry to ensure that this first force here is going to get wiped out. Just let them get into melee, they're not going to last.
Praise the Almighty! Our
That's it.
enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Alright, well that's round 1 sorted. Now for round 2. So they want to go for high ground, but they're sending their ballistas out sort of the wrong way. Let's start moving towards them up this way. Okay, a few units of archer militia. Shouldn't be too difficult for us to deal with that. With the cavalry. Just be mindful of the spearmen.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Now their general's not like a 10-star general, so it doesn't really matter that much if we don't kill him right away. Like in that first battle. Odds are still about even. Okay, you're not succeeding there anymore. Come on, hope and finish the job. Okay, get back. Shit, get back a bit further. Okay, that looks like their king or their prince. Our guys here should last a little while. Like, our general's not complete shit. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. And they should be able to hold the line for a little while. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The enemy general lies
damn.
dead.
He died
Good
really
riddance
early.
to that desert dog.
Nice, that's some good
Praise
luck
death
right
will
there.
Break his immense resolve.
Just make sure he's safe. Good, with the enemy general gone, the rest of this is just going to fall to pieces now. That was really lucky.
is unwise to praise the day before
They're still
sunset,
here, but
our
our
men
infantry
are
should be able
winning
to
the
finish
battle
that off.
and
Well, actually, I'm not
forging a
sure. That
worthy victory.
doesn't matter. The general's there. We'll clean up the rest of this, and the cavalry can finish it off from there.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, no, they're actually gonna kill off my infantry there. Come on, you.
Praise
Oh,
the
okay, good, that
Almighty.
broke.
Our enemy
That was
has
actually-
lost the
that was
stomach
good.
to fight. We must push our
Good, let's
advantage.
finish the job here. Gotta make sure we kill them all so we can get Damascus. Don't have to worry about the general's bodyguard, they're all gone.
This is a clear victory that goes to
Not a hugely valuable settlement,
Blessed Lord,
but it's better in our hands than theirs.
your orders, noble one.
Yeah, one
With
extra
God's
1,000 is not
blessing
bad.
and yours, we march to battle. A most honorable victory, my noble lord.
Still can't build
Our
anything for a
courage has
while.
prevailed. These
So we're at an
lands
hour
are
and 12
yours, my
minutes.
lord.
I just don't think I really need to do that much more. I mean, we've shaved off the debt by about half, and even if it just sits around doing nothing for a few turns, it'll be fine. So that's Jeddah. Yeah, like I said, don't go to Jeddah. Might go through one more end turn,
Your
just
orders,
to
noble one.
tidy things up just a little bit more. Leave those two behind.
Despite being an
Your orders, noble one. Yes. Make camp
So I want to
ready.
see what happens
Rest
with
here.
this general here.
Who do I face?
Leave behind
Yes.
that one.
Approaching, my lord.
end the hostilities.
Just
Then
wanted
we
to
can
deny them that
Your
money.
orders, noble one.
Just stand out here, and we'll see. That way, if he besieges the settlement, we can hit him from the rear to see where he goes. Like I said, I just didn't want to fight him on that ground there. Felt like it was too advantageous to him. Oh shit. I can't believe my fleet there is still alive.
Noble one, we have
Okay, you
something
definitely
for
don't
you.
want alliance, so get rid of that. Hang on, they said it was very generous, so let me just see if I can actually just demand one of their cities. None of these settlements are really that close to us, except for maybe Caesarea. They're not going to accept that. No way in hell.
There is no way,
Yeah,
Miss
didn't think
Sultan.
so.
If you came to insult us, it has worked.
Yeah, I did kind of want to insult you. You insulted me with this offer of
Yes,
alliance
madam.
bullshit.
We shall continue tomorrow, my lord.
Managed to get that done. Some of the best units currently available. Hey, if that's a couple of mailed knights, that'd be good. Okay, that ground there's a little bit more doable. It's still hills, but if you go around... Yeah, no, it's just not as hilly as that one.
Your orders, noble one.
Plus we can have reinforcements come in. Let's have a look at how strong the Egyptians are compared to us. Oh wow, we really fucking hammered them. Their military ranking's much lower than us. And their territory, they've gone from like 6 to 2. So they got Jeddah and Baghdad, that's it. And that's basically... Hang on, let me have a look
Even
here.
if they do not deserve it, I will offer the
They probably
infidels
just want to
a
go home and
fair
lick their
fight.
wounds. I might not have to kill them. Because if I do, it could actually end up eliminating the faction. It depends if the other
Despite being an
generals in
infidel,
there.
I respect you in battle.
Command me.
I'm fine to just let them go. Let's make our way onto Edessa instead. Keep our army together over here now.
It is an honor to lead these armies.
That's all of our generals. If we lost all of them in a single battle, it's game over. That's okay.
There will be
So let's see what he
honor
does.
in
He can't quite
defeating
make
you,
it to
noble
Antioch.
infidel.
He might besiege Aleppo,
Even
probably
if they
won't.
do not deserve it,
And
I will offer the
like I said, the
infidels a
debt is
fair
getting
fight.
sorted. All I gotta do is press enter a few times and the debt's gone.
A new discovery that could change the course of warfare.
Oh, that reminds me, where are the Mongols? That doesn't matter.
Yes. Blockading trade to this port.
So Odessa's around here somewhere.
It is said the Sultan does not.
Let me strike, my lord. Approaching, my lord. Yes, marching.
Someone's really slowing down our
Your
movement.
orders, noble one. Command me.
Orders.
Name thy enemy, lord.
Because that's not very far for us to move. Doesn't matter that much. Could take Adana, but it acts as a good buffer with the Turks. Probably a good idea at the stage. And it just seems like they want to go home, like their wounds. I probably would, once you're out of debt, recruit a few troops just to go capture Jeddah, just to stop them from sending raiders out this way, and that way you got that part of the map secure. Yeah, but don't declare war on the Turks just because they're in our way here.
Approaching, my
Just
lord.
go around them. So it looks like the Turks blocked them off. It does seem like they just want to go home. 3 units of Carroccio standard at your capital. Wow, that's great. Thanks so much.
Yes.
Your orders? Plotting course now, my lord.
Fucking
This is as
waste.
far as we go today.
Shit units, too expensive. Don't want it.
Command me.
Orders. Your Majesty. Leaving the army, my lord.
We shall send them to
Actually,
hell.
you know what we should do? It's too late now. It doesn't matter.
March!
Let me strike, my lord. My lord, should we spare any of them? When shall we attack
And if we're
the walls,
so
then,
wow,
my
we're actually
lord?
making 12,000 a turn. I might as well just keep going until we get out of debt. It's almost done. I didn't think I'd get out of debt this quickly. Moving on. I thought I would need 2 episodes, and I didn't want to spend 2 episodes on this because I knew it wasn't particularly difficult. This was, you know, it's a shit situation, but, you know, Medieval 2, if you know how to play it to some degree of competency, anyone could have done this. So now they want me to blockade Corinth with some of the best units that are currently available, huh?
Yes. We control access to this port now, my
Sure,
lord.
whatever. I don't want Carroccio
Who
standards,
do I
but
face?
I don't really care. Yeah. Nearly 12,000 a turn in income. Which we really need to get it sorted out soon. You want to get the basic garrison sorted out in these areas, because the triumph bonus is about to expire.
Name thy enemy, lord. We shall send them to hell.
Probably best just to
or
resolve
worse.
that.
March! We show little mercy. They deserved none. They stood no chance.
Could have done it myself, but it
I
would have
have
taken a
silenced
while.
them.
Just not really worth it. Alright, I don't think I want to go... Do I want to keep... No, the Turks own Mosul, so what we're going to do here, just leave behind a small force. I'm going to leave those peasant archers behind and an armored sergeant.
Name thy enemy, lord.
I might need to leave another unit behind, actually. I'll leave a general. I'll leave this
Your
dude
orders,
behind.
noble one. Yes.
Ugh, he didn't really help. Doesn't matter. And we'll send them over to Adana now.
Approaching, my lord. Yes. Marching.
Yeah, best to leave the Turks there, act as a buffer, since they actually kind of like us. Might need to leave another unit at Antioch. Our army has been whittled down to just about nothing, but 3 turns out of debt. And you'll be able to go on another crusade again soon. Where the hell did the Mongols go? Shit, they might actually succeed there. It doesn't really matter. We left such a small force. We can just go and recapture it.
My lord, the enemy lays siege. What
It's
shall
a
we do?
pitifully small settlement. It looks like they're getting ready to retake Jerusalem. Oh, okay, the Mongols are definitely around, just not here. So... okay.
Command me.
But without any money, we just can't recruit anything. So the Egyptians are now making an attack. Like I said, this is why I wanted to get rid of Jeddah, to prevent them from sending these small forces out here to attack. We haven't got enough in here to repel this, unless that's 4 units of trebuchet, which I don't, sorry, not trebuchet, ballista, which I don't think it is. Public order there is going downhill.
Who do I fight? Your orders, no, your command me.
Yes, my lord.
Let me strike, my lord. Your will. Yes, lord.
Shit.
Who do I fight? Your orders, noble one.
March.
Command me. Yes.
Won't be able to get there in time, but that's okay.
I respect you.
Who do I face? Your orders, noble one.
Yeah, so
Your orders, noble one.
this new guy here that was just recruited, he's a better governor. Yeah, 2, maybe 3 turns until debt free. Yeah, I knew I couldn't stop that. It's okay. Just retake it. Losing Jerusalem, though, would suck. It's our current capital, but I can't recruit any units yet. And I had no means with which to slow them down. So yeah, we still need another turn.
Name thy enemy, lord.
What's this? Doesn't matter. So what have they got? They've already started building... Oh! We actually got them.
Yes, lord. Closing for battle.
Just wondering if we charged out there. These guys here are pretty much unbreakable, but we don't have any cavalry, so it's hard to catch them. So best to just wait for them to come at us.
Who do I face? Men, we march. Yes?
Yeah, that guy's actually lower in public order.
Onward.
What a shit.
Combining forces, my lord.
Oh, we're so close to being out of debt. So that was actually really fortunate. Now, whilst I'm not really a big fan of these units, they're quite expensive for like the number of troops that they provide. We only needed a few troops in order to beat that. I mean, we could maybe auto-resolve it. Actually, that could work out quite well if I send this guy over here, because that way we can get a man of the hour.
As my lord wills, we march to battle.
Oh, that hurts. Never rely on auto-resolve. I'm laughing, but I'm inside, I'm crying. I can't save it now. I should have just done nothing. Nothing would have been better. Could load the autosave, but that's my own fault there. Never rely on the auto-resolve. That's gonna make it and they exterminate the city too, which means it's not gonna... Wait, did they? Yeah. That means the buildings are gonna get smashed up and everything. It's not gonna be anywhere near as valuable. You know, these things happen. And losing Jerusalem, public order's now gone down. Oh, God, all I had to do was nothing. Can I get another crusade, please, Pope? Please? No. I can't get down there fast enough. But we're going to be out of debt next turn. Where did the capital go to? Alright, it should go to Acre, I think. And even that's still problematic.
Who do I face?
Even if they do not deserve it.
We got to make a rush down here. I should try to recapture this before I end the episode, because that was, like I said, all I had to do was nothing, and I just got lazy.
Let me strike, my lord.
All right.
Name thy enemy, lord.
No more Mr. Nice Guy after that, because that was a bit of bullshit right there. We're gonna do some dirty shit to them.
Approaching, my lord. My lord. Should we? Your orders, noble one. Of course.
It'll still take us a few turns to get down here again. But there's just nothing I can do to maintain public order out here. Absolutely nothing. If we... Next turn, we'll be able to recruit those units. But right now, I just can't. They'll probably sally out. They're unlikely to send him over there. God damn it, he died. Man, that's unlucky. It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, I'll have Jerusalem back soon. It's what you get for auto-resolving.
They will regret not fleeing first. Kill them all, men!
Ugh, all I had to do was nothing. If I just did nothing, they wouldn't have taken the city.
Units, await my orders.
Alright, this will be an easy fight.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Okay, we should be able to do this just with the general's bodyguards. As soon as they come in. That is. And Jerusalem won't be a difficult settlement to take. But like I said, it really sucks that all those buildings got destroyed, but... Yeah. Couldn't increase our garrison. I mean, again, all I had to do was nothing. It's very disappointing.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Be very careful with him. If he dies, could put the whole army at risk.
The enemy general lies dead. Good riddance to that desert dog.
Right.
Pray his death
With that, the
will
rest of
break
this will
his
just
immense
collapse
resolve.
easily.
The enemy are badly blooded.
It's good that he's got a fair bit of dread now, so it'll really make these units run quite quickly. Alright, let's just get this done with. This was a nothing battle.
The enemy, all of Christendom.
Yeah! We tore them apart, my lord. Victory! We have crushed them. This place is yours, my lord.
Yeah, it can really hurt when you've got Jerusalem, but you rely on it for public order, and then all of a sudden you lose it. And there we go, we're out of debt. Now, I would normally take this, but right now we really need the money. We've got 3 regions that rioted. We need to recruit higher garrisons. I think our dude, yeah, he died there. Public order isn't going to maintain here. Yeah, the best I could do is just... Like, it doesn't matter that much, but we can get that church built. So that's more than likely going to revolt. That doesn't matter. At Acre, we can maintain public order here. Yeah, goddammit. If we had the money, I could have sent reinforcements, like proper reinforcements. Over here, that should be okay. Yeah, that'll maintain public order. Over here, that'll be okay. I can't get back there in time. So that sucks, but there is literally nothing I can do. Really unfortunate that the general died. Alright, like I said, we got to get down to Jerusalem as quickly as possible.
Your orders, noble one.
Public order will actually maintain there.
Your orders, noble one. Command me. Yes.
We'll capture this shortly, and then that'll fix the public order up, and then out of money problems, I'm not going to hold on to this, but like I said, Edessa is not worth a whole lot. And like I said, there's just nothing I could do. I could change the capital here, but it just won't make any difference. The big problem with coming down this way is just religion. Can upgrade some buildings. Finally get these chapels built. So we can maintain public order a bit easier. Like I said, that was going to happen. Easy come, easy go. But in hindsight, probably should never have gone there. If I didn't, I probably could have defended Damascus. And also gotten to Jerusalem quicker. But everything else, we're going to hold on to that. And we're making really good cash. Yeah, getting yourself some Templar Knights might be good.
Yes.
Just forget about that. Just come back over here. Public order is all good in all these regions now. And we'll be capturing this.
Despite being an infidel.
He won't be able to capture that on his own.
Orders. Let me strike, my lord. We shall send them to hell.
I just wish they didn't
or worse.
exterminate it and fucking ruin the settlement.
Sooner or later, they will
It's not so much about the population, but more about the buildings that are going to take a long time to rebuild. But, yeah. I made a mistake. Okay, get some more up in here, because it's free upkeep. Finally, start building again.
Command me.
Hail to you, noble lord. We have something to discuss.
Fine. This will also get us out of the... No, it won't. Fine, whatever.
Our gratitude for this act. You bring words with meaning. Farewell.
Oh, they better not bloody execute one of my generals. Come on, Pope. I've been doing God's work. Let's send your inquisitors down there. Send them to Spain where they belong. Oh, you fucking asshole. Fucking inquisitors.
Let me strike, my lord. My lord, should we spare
Easy auto
any
resolve.
of them? We show
we
little
go.
mercy. They deserve none. They stood no chance. I have silenced them.
I'm sorry. I truly am, but I can't tolerate that.
Onward. Orders. March.
Who do I face? Command me.
Fucking prick.
Orders, your majesty.
That's what you get, okay? Mind your own business next time, you piece of shit. Anyway, that's done. Money's under control. Much lot of territory. Made a big mistake there at Jerusalem, but ultimately everything's in much better shape now. So all of these can be repaired. This can be sent back in really good shape. You should be able to continue the campaign with no problems. If you want to continue fighting Egypt, they're an absolute pushover because their forces are bloody obliterated. Stronger than we've ever been, and Egypt is in terrible shape. I'd highly recommend sending a small force down here just to take out Jeddah so they stop sending small forces out here. And then Baghdad, maybe the next crusade. Totally up to you. End of this one, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.